Now we are going to talk about 很 and 要. First of all, 很 is often translated as very, but it's much weaker than an English very, and its use in Chinese is definitely different from the English very. So 很 in Chinese, when combined with an adjective, can be used as a predicate. So we would have our subject plus 很 followed by an adjective, and that would mean that we're describing the subject as the adjective. For example, 你的中文很好，罗德岛很美，中国饭很好吃，罗德岛很小。Now you might be wondering, why don't we just use 是? If the English sentence has the word is in it, why can't we just use 是? Why do we have to use 很? Well, whenever the predicate of your sentence is an adjective, you have to have some kind of an adverb between the subject and the predicate. We cannot use 是, as 是is only for when you have a noun object following the verb. If we put 是in between a subject and an adjective, it would basically be saying that that particular subject is the ultimate epitome of the adjective, and that's not what we want. We just want to describe the subject as whatever adjective it is. And 很 is the most basic of these adverbs that we use between the subject and the adjective. So we have one sentence structure, which is our subject, followed by some adverb, most commonly 很, followed by an adjective. And we have our subject, followed by a verb, very commonly 是. For example, 是, followed by an object, which, if our verb is 是, that object must be a noun. More examples. 这个名字很好。这个老师很好。这个学生很好。Now we're going to talk a little bit about 要. One important thing to note about sentences that end in just sentences that end in 了 and sentences that have a 要 that end in 了 is that sentences with just 了 indicate a completed action. So 妈妈吃饭了 means mom has eaten already. But 妈妈要吃饭了 actually means that mom hasn't eaten yet, but she is going to. And usually when we have a 要 and a 了, it means that whatever action is going to take place won't happen in the distant future, but is coming up pretty readily. So for example, 妈妈吃饭了 mom has eaten. 妈妈要吃饭了 mom is about to eat. 老师上课了 the teacher has started class. 老师要上课了 the teacher is about to start class. 我去中国了 I went to China. 我要去中国了 I am going to go to China. So whenever we have 要 and 了 at the end of the sentence, 要 means something is going to happen, and it's what's called a modal verb or a helper verb. So we always place it before the verb in our sentence, and 了 always ends up right at the end to indicate that whatever the action is, it's going to be completed just in the future. 我要上课了我要吃饭了